Welcome to another episode of the Evolved Dad Shorecast. Today I want to talk about when your focus is on other people's success. When you look around at other people, do you find yourself jealous, envious of others? Maybe they have a bigger house, they have more cars, they seemingly have more money, going on nicer vacations, or even just that their kids are just seemingly doing better. Maybe their kids are better behaved or they're dressed well, whatever it may be. And I want to tell you that there's nothing wrong with that. If anything, I encourage it. Now, you're probably thinking, why would I encourage something like jealousy or envy? And the truth is that I'm not encouraging it in a way that you think I'm encouraging it. I'm encouraging it in a little bit of a different way, but I want you to take the energy, the jealousy, the envy that you have, and you're going to flip it around. Let's take a step back. The way that we get ahead in life is because we see something that we want to accomplish, something that we want to have. That's what drives us. Usually it's something that pushes a button where we'll do whatever it takes to get there. That's when we start working hard at it, be it losing weight or achieving some level of financial independence, maybe even going on a specific vacation, whatever it may be. Everyone has something that pushes them. Now we're living in a world where there's what I would refer to as a sickness of people looking at each other in ways of jealousy and envy. And it's bad. And I said earlier that I would encourage this, but not in the way that you think. Because the way that most people will take this is they're going to look at other people and be jealous of it and sit there and bemoan the fact that they don't have that, which is pointless. It doesn't get you anywhere. At the same time, to say that you're working towards it because somebody else has it, you don't necessarily want to be in their position because we don't see what's happening behind closed doors. We don't have access to everyone's finances, and we don't know what their marriage is like or their family life is like. This is where it comes into the twist. My idea of taking that jealousy and envy is to capture whatever it is that you're looking for. You want to have a bigger house. You want to go on nicer vacations. Or where I'd like to take it, you want to become more fit. You want to become more active. Spend more time with your family. Go out with your wife more. Improve on your marriage. All those things. There's inspiration around us everywhere. Everywhere. But it's up to you how you're going to perceive it. And something that I like to point out a lot. You can learn something from anyone and everything. It may be something to do. It may be something not to do. You could take a lesson from the worst people in history. Not the evils that they did, but look at their persistence. Look how they became so focused on it. Whatever it was that they did, and they went after it. And they rose through that. Now, they had a downfall because their end goal was not something that you should strive for, but to be able to take the inspiration that when you commit to something with such a fervor, you could take things to the next level. To show that everybody has it inside of themselves. It's just that you have to have that level of desire to accomplish whatever it is. So when I say that I want you to look at other people and I want you to appreciate the jealousy and the envy that you show towards that situation, but don't let that just sit. Don't let it sit as jealousy. Don't let it sit as envy, but take that idea Take it back to your notebook and write down the ideas. What was it that I was jealous of? I was jealous that he spent time playing with his kids. Don't just sit there and be jealous of that. Don't try to reconstruct your life to fit it in where you have this similar lifestyle. Take the core concept and take it back into your life. Do I have other places where I could spend more time with my kids? Is there a way that I could spend more time with them? I can't. Maybe not right now. Maybe not yet. The power of words. I don't yet have that time. However, when I'm with them, I can be more present. I'm going to put my phone away. I'm not going to keep it in my pocket on ring. I'm going to turn it on silent and put it in the other room. And we're going to have some quality time. See what I did there? You take the jealousy, the envy, and see how that you could take the inspiration out of it to improve your life. Let's take another example. You see another dad that's buff and fit, seems to be very healthy. Forget about the fact that we have no idea what his body is really doing. We don't know how healthy he is. We don't know if maybe he's taking something that's not so healthy. But forgetting about that, we don't need to go down that road. It doesn't make a difference. The focus is not on the other person. The focus is on us. Each one of us, we take it in. How do you understand what's going on? What is it that you want to get to? You want to get to that point where you have that more muscular build, where you're more fit, where you're more healthy. Good. Take it back to the drawing board. What can I do now to get to that point? So now we have an idea that we've taken from the fact that we were jealous or envious of somebody else, turning it into an idea. Now here's the big step. And the big step is, why am I jealous of that? What is it that I want to do? Why do I want to get to that point? The why is going to be what's going to change whether you're going to succeed at this or not. Because times are going to get hard. It's not always going to be easy to eat healthy. It's not always going to be easy to work out. But when you have your why defined and written down, that's going to pull you through. There's going to be some points in time where you're so down or you're so not inspired. You have no more energy, but that why is going to be the one that's going to light the fire. You're going to push through because that why is so important to you. Now, that why could be maybe you had a close family member that passed away young and left their children fatherless. It could be that you had some other situation. Or it could be that you want to be there for your wife. You want to be there for your kids. You want to show up the best for them. You want to show them. You want them to have a better life. So you want them to follow along. And the best way to show them, the best way to teach them is by leading by example, by doing it yourself. You're going to change your entire family. That could be your why. But you really got to dig in. Find what's that why. Keep asking yourself, whenever you get to whatever that why is, ask yourself again, why do I want this? And you're going to get to a point where you're going to realize this is it. Write that down. Put that down on a piece of paper with your goal. And you can even jot down what that moment was where you were jealous or envious of someone else. To bring that passion back, that sadness or that jealousy. And you're going to channel that into making yourself a better person. So yeah, I want you to be jealous. I want you to be envious. That's human. That's normal. But I don't want you to carry it out. I want you to take that emotion that you experience and I want you to turn it and channel it into making yourself a better person. And it's really not as difficult as it sounds. You start by making it a practice. Start by going through the motions, even if you don't get to the point where you've fully ironed it out. But once you start it and keep doing it over and over and over again, by default, you're going to start reacting in a different way. You may see something terrible happen. Maybe you see someone hurting somebody else, and it bothers you to no end. But what inspiration can you take from that? How can you make something good out of something bad? Or on the flip side, you see something great happening. You see how a father's spending time with his kids. You see how a husband is taking a walk with his wife without their phones. Take the inspiration. Take that jealousy and envy of what you don't have right now and make it something that I don't have yet. Start channeling that into the energy that's going to help you get there. Start defining that. As always, I want to thank you for spending your time with me today. And I challenge you to start taking note of those times that you're jealous and envy of others. Start channeling it into making yourself a better dad, a better husband. This is Jonathan, the Evolved Dad, signing off.